Got a special car today. It's a 1967 Ford. It's a real GT S code 390 car. Actually, it's a GTA, the A designating automatic. This car's from Alabama. The body is as dry as a chalkboard. 1,000 miles on the rebuilt motor. Got the bucket seats, console. Just a really nice car throughout. Go to volocars.com. That's where you can read the information, look at pictures top to bottom, and that's where you'll find the price tag along with an easy finance payment as well. There's also a Buy It Now button. If you see something you really like, I urge you to click the button before someone beats you to it. And if you enjoy our video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, click the bell icon to be notified when the new ones are posted. But for right now, join me. Let's go for a spin. Yeah, good looking car. You know, we get the Chevelles on the turntable. This is Ford's version of the 67 Chevelle 396. It's Ford's version of the 67 GTO with the 389. And it's a good looking car. I always like this roof line right here. It's a sharp looking design. This is one of them cars I like the hardtop better than the convertible. So anyway, it's a GT, so it has these little scoops on the hood. All clean, straight, really clean and straight metal. It's an older paint job that shows really well, but there's no rust showing anywhere. No blisters or bubbles. It's all straight, fits real nicely, all clean. I mean, the body, my opinion's a 10. It's excellent. I don't see any issues with the body. Even underneath here, all nice and clean. Line down here is nice and clean. Doors line up real nice. Shuts like a new car. No rust, no bubbles, all clean metal. These are the little scoops, I guess you'll call them. They're fake. They're just for looks on the hood. So the body's outstanding. When we get to the underside, that's super clean too. So repainted its original white color. It is very presentable. More than presentable. It looks great. Nice white shiny roof. If you're going to look closely at it, they're not cracks, they're lines in the paint. It's just from like old primer under the paint, shrinks, but you got to look close. That was just on the roof. This is all smooth and glossy. This is all looking good, and man, the lines are just square and flush. The body is outstanding. A little red in the 390 emblems, they look like new. As the GT stripe, that's a decal, that's the way they came. So you got a chip right here, a couple little chips down low right there. This all looks really nice and shiny. Yeah, roof looks real good. I thought there was maybe a few more flaws. I'm trying to look for them, to be honest with you. I'm being apologetic about the paint, but it looks pretty darn good. So the chrome is dry original. There's a little not discoloring, but some imperfections in the chrome, but not enough where you even feel it. All this anodized trim is very nice. The bumper is very nice, but it does have some little spots of like pitting where the chrome is pitted off just in some places. Here's a little touch up in the paint right here. Another little chip right here. And then down here, the paint did flake right at this edge. There's no rust there. It's nice and clean. It just flaked. It was touched up right here. Door handle looks like it was replaced. Remote mirror has a little bit of pitting, but overall real good. The pillar is nice and dry, but has some freckles. Stainless trim looks real good. Probably original windshield. It has very slight patina, but still looks really nice. Here's a chip touched up very nicely. Headlight bezels look new. The bumper does have more of the same, except a little worse. Here's where some chrome is actually peeled off. Grille is in good shape. This mirror looks real nice and shiny. Here's a chip right up here on top. So yeah, it's mostly, you got a few chips. It's an easy color to touch up. The tires and wheels. Yeah, they're the GT wheels, but these are 15-inch and they're modern. These are actually billet aluminum wheels with nice fresh paint in there, new GT caps. BF Goodrich radial tires with the red line, and it's a nice bright red line. Picks up the red in the GT. So sharp looking car. Let's open it up, see what it's like inside. All right, let's see what it looks like in the trunk. Just nice and clean, painted very nicely under the lid and in the jamb. I've got a wire running up to a trunk light. Yep. So inside is all nice and solid. It's painted. It has the insulated mat on the floor. It has a jack and spare assembly. Weather strip is nice and soft. It's just a nice clean trunk compartment. Complete. Overall, just a really nice, honest car. The rear window's crystal clear. And I mean, there is a little patina, a little age, but it's not beat up. There is a difference between a car showing some age and a car that's been used. Door jambs are real nice. They're solid. The weather strips are good. Door panels are good. There are some wrinkles. The armrest is coming apart a little bit on the passenger side. Dash area is real nice. You'll notice it has a phantom tachometer. The instrument panel, knobs, switches, original radio, the plastic, all that looks to be in really good shape. The dash pad's real nice. Glove box liner's good. This is all painted real nice. Carpets are really good. There's the Fairlane GT emblem with the shifter. Looks like it has like a fake carbon fiber like sticker put on. The seat upholstery is really nice. Oh, actually, there's a split in the seat right here. I'll have our upholstery guy. They'll just replace this panel. We'll get that done. The backs of the seats are upholstered to match the fronts. It does have seat belts front and back. The rear seat, side panels, that all looks to be in great shape. And the headliner, really nice, not wrinkled or coming apart at all. Nice visors, they match. Has a nice looking steering wheel. I didn't mention down below, it's also a set of phantom gauges that match the tachometer, and they light up really nice and bright. So you got oil, water, an amp gauge, and tachometer. They're all matching. So this has a proper 390 engine. I'm told it has 1,000 miles on the rebuild. It runs great, and I can tell you it sure looks fresh. It does have, it is a Holley carburetor with an electric choke. You got dual feed Holley carb underneath there. Looks like an aluminum intake, unless it's just painted silver, but I think that's an aluminum intake. Look how the air cleaner, new chrome and decals. It has all the proper tubing, new chrome Ford valve covers. The battery is all secured. Cables look new. Even this bracket is still there. All the stuff looks good. Got horns up front. Looks like a new aluminum radiator. And it's all cleaned up. All the brackets and pulleys and fan, the fuel pump. That's actually, yeah, that's the fuel pump. All looks to be in great shape. Does have power brakes. Squirters are hooked up. Nice clean dry metal, painted nicely. So yeah, real nice motor compartment.
Alright guys, we're in the 67 Fairlane, taking it out for a cruise, show you how it drives. A lot of people don't think of Fairlanes when they think of muscle cars, but don't forget this has the big block in it. Definitely a fun car. Drives pretty good so far, pretty smooth over the bumps. The turn signal did light up and cancel when I pulled out there. Our service shop, they did go through a few things on this. We are working on the horn. They had to order a couple parts, so that will be fixed. They went through the power brakes as well. It received a new master and slave on it, or brake booster and slave. So the power brakes work very, very nicely. Let's see what she does getting up to speed. Got turn signal lights up and cancels. It does also light up on the hood as well. I forgot to mention that. Man, this thing takes off 0 to 60 like nothing. We're doing 60 miles an hour. Drives smooth as can be. There's no weird vibrations. I don't hear any noises. The seats are comfy. They've been recushioned, reupholstered. These are really comfy actually, and they're nice. It's a wider bucket seat. You got plenty of room. It's a very solid car. Windshield wipers are working. All the gauges, someone went the extra mile. I love when people do that. Little things like that, attention to detail. They add matching gauges. So you got the tachometer right here attached to the steering column. That's the Autometer Phantom 2. Then you have the triple pot under here that are matching gauges. And all of them are working. I don't believe the radio works, but that's all right. It's fun to listen to these cars. The exhaust. You don't get that out of an electric car, that's for sure. The thrill of driving old muscle just never gets old. I did try the parking brake. I believe it held. We were on a flat surface though, so I wasn't on an incline. But it does stay in place, and the brake release works functional. The seatbelt light underneath here also worked. Looks like the gas gauge is working. We got about a quarter tank. And the heater works as well. Fan blows nice and quiet. Everything you'd want. So turnkey, get in and go. You guys will enjoy this car.
So I was saying earlier, underneath this car is bone dry. I mean, it looks like a chalkboard. It's just that smooth and dry and clean. I don't think I've ever seen torque boxes this nice. The factory spot welds, all the factory edges and seams are just dry and crisp and clean. Floors are all nice. From what I've seen, 100% rust-free. They were prepped and painted as semi-gloss black. They're not even pitted. They're just nice, nice floors. The front end was recently completely rebuilt. All the steering, suspension, it's fresh. All the A-arms, everything looks detailed. It has KY gas shocks, front and back. Also new disc brakes up front. E-brake is hooked up, has a new brake line running to the back. They're drumming back. Dual exhaust with a H-pipe, a crossover pipe, and stainless steel MagnaFlow mufflers. You look up at the motor, has a chrome oil pan, and the starter, everything is nice and clean and fresh. The C6 heavy-duty automatic trans is also clean and fresh looking. In back, it's a 390 rear end with 3 1/4 gear ratio. I've ordered the Marty report for the car, which will help document it further, but it does have what looks like the original door tag. The S is in the VIN number, so it is a real GT, S code 390 car. Couple things I wanted to point out. I never ever knew there are turn signals here, and they work. When we were doing the engine, I seen wires going up there. I'm like, what is that for? Turn signals. I don't know if I've always missed that or if that's just an option, but they work. But I also noticed the heater hoses were not hooked up, so they did bypass the heater core. But other than that, clean, nice, honest, solid car. Go to volocars.com. That's where you can talk to the salesman. They'll help answer your questions, including how to get it delivered, how to get it financed. If you enjoy the video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, click the bell icon, and you'll be notified when a new one's posted. Thanks for watching.